Hey, hey, oh, oh, oh. This is the story of how I fully claimed the power of my voice. Super casual, and I'm playing around with this whole like not wearing a lot of makeup on camera thing, which is really stretching me into my comfort zone. But I help a lot of women who are sensitive, who have businesses, who deal with overwhelm and worrying about doing things the right way, and who want to be able to speak up about what they really think and feel and hear their intuition clearly and go with it so they always know what to do, and they can bust through those limits on their creativity and their money, how much money they can make doing what they really want to be doing, so that they can have extra time and extra dollars for fun things. I think we all want a little bit of that. But recently I've had this breakthrough, and I know that with my schedule, if I don't sit down and do this right now in the state that I am in currently, it's not going to happen. It's already way later in the day than I usually make a blog post on Thursdays. For years I've made blog posts on Thursdays, and every once in a while I skip one or things get crazy. So here's what the crazy stuff is going on right now that I have to tell you. So I'm feeling in a raw, visible place to you right now, and I'm going to be raw and visibly show you my heart like I've been doing since Monday when I went to this. It's called the Transformational Authors Breakthrough by Christine Closer. This is her little symbol there. And a little while ago I did a tarot reading number 2, which is appropriate for anyone who wants to check it out. And one of the cards was coming apart, and it was in the body. And what's interesting is that I do a lot of work on myself to get me in the best place possible to serve others, to succeed, to get my creativity and my intuition at full notch so that I can bust your limits for myself. And recently for years I've had a love of body work. For 4 years I've been a student of body work now. And in the last few years, after I mastered massage basics, I wanted to get into the fun stuff, the acupressure points and the trigger points, the special points all over your body. Like, there are hundreds of them, and so it keeps me excited to learn new things. But I took another class on acupressure on Sunday, and in doing that, some things came together. I remembered some techniques that I had, and I decided to apply them to the goal of mastering a musical instrument. And then some crazy things happened. And I should have known. I did know. Because I had done this already before with publishing a book. Now, if you know me, I've been saying for years that I'm going to publish a book. I have been interviewing authors because I want to publish a book. And I love books, and I love authors, and I love everything to do with the written word and communication, and language and things that come out of your voice. And this is hard to say, but like, I wrote 15 pages last week, and I put together a draft of my whole novel that I had been holding close to the chest for over a year. I had let people into like the first 8 chapters, and something always happened where I couldn't get past sharing beyond that, because then I have to share the heart of the story. And it has a lot to do with my own personal journey and explorations that I did, and it makes me it's a challenge for me to bring it up, but I'm just feeling the call that I need to, that there are people who need to hear the story, because I'm a gentle, sensitive girl, and we have a dark side too. And my particular dark side, my journey to being empowered, was through exploring my sexuality and creativity and lots of different areas, but it's the sexy stuff that really gets me afraid to share, and I'm kind of losing that now. But anyway, on Monday, this is what I thought I would be talking to people about. This is what I thought my leading edge would be, but actually it wasn't. I got to Christine's event. I noticed there was an altar, and it's in this beautiful space. It just felt so good. Like, she's very spiritual, and she's very conscious of the space and the setup and the container. Me and her are both like, we love the containers that things happen in. We know how important that is. And I wrote down that my intention was to step into a space of leadership. And so I want to share this as a leader and as somebody, because it came time to share, and I had the microphone. I was handed the microphone. I actually went to someone else first, and Christine was like, oh wait, no, that girl. And I ended up getting the microphone. I think she knew that, like, if I didn't get that microphone, if I didn't get to say what I needed to say and do what I needed to do, I felt like I was going to crumple into a little ball, and like an aluminum ball that like got squeezed into like a little knot. I was like, this is not, I don't have a choice. I have to have that mic. And I got it. And then I was like, I wrote down that I need to sing. So I think that what I need to do now is sing for all of you. And there are 140 people in the room. I took like a really deep breath. And then I held the microphone in my hand. And I was listening. And I was praying that I would be guided to whatever needed to happen. And it just came out of me. It just came pouring out of me, my voice, in a way that has never poured out of me before. But it surprised me, and I let it happen. My whole body was shaking, and I was so scared, but at the same time, I knew what I had to do. I had to let out my voice, and I no longer had the body blocks holding my throat closed because I had gotten rid of them through the work that I did on myself. It came apart. And I sang, and the whole room heard me. And then I kind of stopped after a little bit because I get scared that I'm not supposed to sing and it's not appropriate, and I don't want to take up the mic. And then I looked up, and people were turning around, and it wasn't like, oh, you sang a Disney song, nice. It was more like seeing that people really see you in your brightest light, seeing that people are a little bit awed by you, having people say, how did you do that? That was amazing. Or just, wow. And I looked up at the stage, and Christine Closer, who I really admire and have for years because she's a muse to many authors and helps them to get to a finished goal publishing a book. And she was on the stage, and she's just, her eyes were wet, and then she said that she could see everybody in the audience. She could see that many, many people were moved, and that tears were flowing, and all these, I had touched people, and it wasn't like it was a beautiful thing and they thought it was so beautiful. It was just, it really moved them, and it moved me, but I thought I was the only one. And she gave me the mic back. She asked me if I had any more to sing. If there was any more, she said she was hoping to hear more, and she handed me the mic again. And I sang more. And it wasn't just a fluke. That was nice too. And for those 3 days, I felt like a star. I felt like, the way that people reacted to me, it was with just open-hearted appreciation. And it was like they knew my spirit when they said that it was wonderful or beautiful. And it's really humbling actually. So I don't feel like this is egotistical to share. I actually feel really humble, and I feel like I had to surrender to what I'm really good at, and just in a natural way. I mean, I've taken singing lessons, but I know that I haven't really heard someone sing like that before, and I don't want to just start singing now. I will be recording music, and I will have it on like a good mic, and it'll be good. But I just wanted to share the story because so many people came up to me and like held my hand and gave me a hug and told me that it was a blessing to hear me sing, and that I really touched them and everything. Like, I didn't know I had that power, and if part of me had known, it didn't want to have it. But I don't think that I can put it back now. I think so many people saw it because I gave in to the moment and listened to my intuition, and I had physically broken up the blocks in my body to letting it out after 27 years of being on planet Earth. And it wows me. And I didn't, it's like a heartfelt thank you, and being awed by the exchange between me and the other people is what I have. I don't have ego. It's not about pride in the bad sense. It's just a matter of knowing that I've been given a mission to be of service with my voice, and that's going to be a big part of my future. And I'm feeling now, after having 2 conversations with clients, that it's going to be a part of everything that I do. And I'm still figuring out what the shape of that is, but it seems extremely clear that I was put on Earth for perhaps more things, yes, but I was put here to sing. And I just had to share that because a year and a half ago, when I was given a mic and I sang, my voice cracked and squeaked and I could barely get words out. And that's because my body was fighting me. And my fear was fighting me. And so I want to let you know, if you're not sure about what you're doing, if it's really what you're supposed to be, or you have flashes of good moments and you think, oh, well, I'm not that special and everything, just put one foot in front of the other and do the things that you know are important, even if they don't make logical sense. I already had taken an acupressure class. I didn't feel like I needed to go to another one, but I finally did, after having it written down, to go to this one teacher, this one class, for a year. And who knows if I wouldn't have had that breakthrough. Also, if I hadn't been a student of Margaret Lynch, I had a physical urge to be under her mentorship, to see her too. So, anyway, we can all ignore things that could be really obvious in hindsight, that are really important to our life and the reason why we are here at this time in this place. So I just had to share that. And yeah, it was really an honor to be honored by so many people for the last 3 days. And then kind of coming back into my normal life is a little different, but I'm still bringing with me the trust and the knowledge, the full 100% knowing that I'm supposed to open my mouth and let things out of it as much as possible. So you'll be hearing more from me. If you'd like to hear some of the things I already have, I've been putting them up on SoundCloud. And this recent experience has said to me that it's okay to do some things without words, without lyrics, and things that are a little more spiritual in nature. Because what had come out of me was like toning, or some described it as angelic, or it was very like had an interesting frequency, some people said, and many people asked me if I did sound healing. And that's going to become a part of my bodywork practice as well as my distance practice also. You can check out SoundCloud/Sophia Wren for the clips of things I have so far. More things are coming. But I really invite you to get on my mailing list, which is sophiawren.com/music. And I will be making news about new songs available to anyone who signs up there. And yeah, hope you have a great day. If you need any help getting through to your intuition so that you can be on purpose, if you need help finally cracking open into your creativity after years of struggling to get to that final level that you want to go to, or busting through the blocks that you have on your money that are keeping you so worried that you can't be creative and you can't listen to your intuition, reach out to me. I can help because I did it for myself. So I have a contact form at sophiawren.com, and we can have a conversation about what's going on, and can see if I can help you out. So anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. Have a glorious day. Ta-ta from Sophia Wren.